here's actually, let's just keep that together and then.
So we begin by setting up the tripod, which we all know how to do.
I'll set up the tripod. Always. Please assist me, sir. Thank you. Now look. Then we spread it out. Pardon me. Sorry, this is really awkward.
Make sure you balance the tripod out.
Oh, yeah, I will just, give me a second, I'm just gonna tighten that.
Guys, why don't you turn so that you can actually, the class can actually see what you're kind of doing.
Then you tighten this, and then, would you go get the camera for me, please?
Yep.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
I appreciate you. So that's set up, it's centered and balanced.
So we take the big camera and we put it on the tripod. Make sure you lock it in so it doesn't fall.
Yep. There you go.
We had a little bit of a problem with that on Friday.
It's not good. But now let's plug in, would you go get the wires, please?
Sir. I will.
Did you tighten this up?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Open that if you want.
You can take the lens cap off the front.
Wait, we need
Nope.
these, right?
Nope. In the front. There's the lens cap. Okay.
We need these, right?
Those are the master cables. That's the master HDMI that goes back to the TriCaster and the master audio cable that goes back to the IFB system in the booth. So we can just lay those on the floor right now because the other ends aren't going to go anywhere. They're just going to go right to the. We're going to pretend that those go back to the main system. So then you take your box, it has everything in it. Why don't you set up the monitor first? How does the monitor go on? You might want to try to get a close-up of how the monitor goes on there, Caleb.
Close on me, I got you. No, backwards. Are you sure?
Now you gotta spit it in.
Slide it in, and then you adjust the bottom mounting plate so it locks in nice and secure.
I'm gonna do that real quick.
When we take this apart, Kendra, we don't need to take the cover off the monitor like you did on Saturday. It's okay. I mean, I just put it back on.
The back
good.
of the tripod was in there, so not everything was going in. And I was like, wait,
Ah,
can I
that's-
take this off to make it fit?
And you can adjust the little knob in the back so the monitor's good to go. Yes, excellent. And then why don't you take the headsets? Headset comes out with a little box that attaches the headset to it, and then the master cable that goes to the IFB system in the press box gets attached to that as well as the headset system. Which one does that go in? That's wrong.
The song is
Silly kids.
No, well, that would be correct. Yes, it goes in the one with the green thing on it, but obviously that doesn't fit. So what do you do if it doesn't fit?
Turn the box.
No, you use the other side of the cable. There's the other side of the cable. Remember the male and the female, and you want to stick that in. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That goes into the. Okay, I'm sorry. My bad. That goes into the four. That goes into the 4-prong. The one that's the 4. I'm sorry. I thought you were holding the.
Stop moving it so much.
Cable. Okay. Now put the master cable in. It goes in the green side. Remember, when you're taking that out, you have to push the button on the side. When you put it in, you don't have to push the button on the side, but just put it in. And then when you're taking it out, you have to push the button on the side there to release it. It should go in there and click. Very good. Close enough. Okay. Excellent. And then that goes to the TriCaster so that you can just put that on the. Very good. That goes to the TriCaster. Again, that goes to the TriCaster. Andrew, it doesn't go anywhere. It's going to the TriCaster. So let's plug in the power supply
That's the wrong one.
and hook up the switcher is the TriCaster. Let's go ahead and hook up that. That's fine. That's the automatic zoom controller.
Put that on as you put something else on real quick.
It goes on the handle of the tripod. It's-
Turn the handle so we can see it.
Just turn
Turn
the
the
handle of the camera.
Turn the camera. Oh, you want? Sorry about that.
It's okay. That attaches.
Well, I mean, we can do it like that.
Just like that, very good.
This is the master
You just
cable.
go like
That's the master cable, so just let's wait for that a second.
and you can press that. It's really cool.
Remember on the camera controller, it's got a P and an S. It should be on the P position until you turn the camera on, and then it goes to the S position so that it can work. And that gets plugged in, and it should be plugged in automatically to the back of the camera. So there's nothing you have to touch there. Let's be gentle to that, please, because it's expensive and very delicate. Let's go ahead and attach then the monitor cables, and then the camera cables, and then the one going to the switcher system.
Do you think that's it?
This one?
Any one of those is fine. The short ones can go, one of them goes to the monitor, and one of them goes to the camera.
So,
That's the master out then that goes to the switcher box. That's what we consider the input. So the switcher box comes out and it goes into the input because that's the master out of the camera goes into the input.
then the out.
And then one of the outputs, number 1, goes to the master TriCaster. And then one of them, the output 2, goes to the monitor.
Thank you.
So that one would go to the monitor. Very good. And then one of them goes to the TriCaster. So the master cable that's there, you put that into output number 1, which goes to the TriCaster. Now we're going to plug all that stuff in, including the camera, the monitor,
Want to plug this in?
and the switcher. That one goes to the TriCaster, so that doesn't go anywhere. That's just, we're pretending that goes to the TriCaster.
Okay, do we need
The extension cord you'll need because you're going to need 3 power outlets: one for the camera, one for the monitor, and one for the switch, the splitter.
Okay. Yeah.
One of those goes into the monitor. Very good, excellent. Plug that in, goes into the top. Make sure it's all fits in there nicely. That one goes to where, Andrew? The splitter.
Splitter.
The splitter's on the floor.
Splitter's on it. Oh.
Remember the
sorry
splitter.
about
The
that.
splitter has the small attachment on the back of it. The smaller one than for the monitor. The monitor has the bigger attachment. The smaller one goes into the splitter.
The little thing in the middle.
Sorry.
And then the camera, you have to plug in the camera as well.
There you go, that'll work.
Okay, that comes in 2 pieces,
Okay.
and then that fits in the back.
Boy, this will be a long video.
Jacob, where does that fit
Go ahead.
into the camera? Where in the camera does that fit? In the back of the camera where it says DC. No, in the back of the camera where it says DC. Left-hand side, left-hand lower side. In the back of the camera, left-hand lower side. It says DC.
It's in the lower left and the back. Yeah, I know.
The back of the camera, lower left, it says DC. Right here, it says DC on the lower left in the back. Plug that in. Plug that in. Plug that into the bottom there. Andrew, plug it into the bottom thing right there.
No.
Like that.
You
All
gonna
right.
Tell me no?
I think we should be good now. Okay, so this is the.
We don't have a plug for that.
But you do.
If you believe you can achieve
Oh.
it.
There's 3 of them. It all works together.
Caleb, that box thing's about to fall off.
Let's be
It's all
careful
good.
with the falling off the, yes, the very expensive box. Very good. Excellent. So that should be all. That's what you all have to do. Okay? You can stop that now.
Around the class finishing shot, I hit the